um, psychic reader, regression hypnosis practitioner. I've got an amazing special on readings at the moment. I'm going to tell you about it. But welcome to my channel. I'm not going to put any dates on this, but this is a love reading for you. And then in a couple of days, there would also be a love reading specifically for new love. Maybe you're in a new love relationship or you're looking for new love. And then I'm going to have twin flame readings after that. So there's the sequence in which you're going to get it. If you are obviously subscribed to the channel and you hit that notification bell, then you get a notification for when those readings are coming out. I'm just basically going to do it around the circle of the zodiac wheel because I get confused with the other ones. Start at Aries, go all the way down to Pisces. Take some time off. Start at Aries, go all the way down to Pisces. Take some time off. Okay. If this reading, resonates, if it makes sense, obviously remember it's a general reading, but claim it without a doubt. If you feel that there's maybe some confusion or maybe you'd like some more details, you can always look at your moon placement, which is your emotions. You can look at your Venus, which is for love. And there is a link in the description down below to find out where your placements are if you're not sure what those, those placements are. Please remember to like the video. For those of you that already liked, I really, really appreciate that. It helps the channel to grow. Thank you for all of you making donations. I really, really appreciate that. If you are interested in learning the tarot for yourself, there's a link down below in the description for my detailed online tarot reading course. And then also, as I said, I'm running a special at the moment. I'm going to tell you about the special within the reading. Okay, so let's get started, Aries. This one is for you. I hope that you're all doing beautiful. I hope that you're doing great in love. I hope that there's wonderful things that are, showing themselves to you. So the way that we're going to do this reading is we are going to look at your current situation. So this is your current situation at this particular point in time. Then we are going to look at some of the challenges. We are going to look at some of the things that might need to be overcome. We're going to look at some universal guidance that can assist you within this particular situation. And then we are going to look at the person that you are dealing with. All right. So the person that you are dealing with, what is the energy there at the moment? What is it that we maybe need to know, that we need to understand? We're going to look at all of those things. All right. And then what we're also going to do is then we're going to clarify this current situation for you at the moment, this current situation where you are right now. We are going to clarify the challenges that you have, and we are going to clarify the situation with the other person. All right. And then we're going to finish off your reading by getting some additional messages from the universe for your situation, for love, for the energy that you might be dealing with, so that you can, benefit in beautifully prosperous ways when it comes to love and all those matters that make the heart smile. But before we do that, what we are going to do is, Aries, we're just going to have a look at these cards, which I really, really like. And I'm going to take that one that came out there. That's a message from the universe for you. And then what we're going to do on top of that, we are going to draw two additional cards for that message that we're starting off with. So quite a beautiful, detailed reading with me. Stay with me through the end to get all your details so that you can find and enjoy the success in love that we all want to in this life. Okay, ready? Let's get started. So it says that you've got time. All right. So, sometimes we feel in life, especially in love, and especially in, when we make that connection with someone, or we would like to make that connection with someone, or you made the connection, but, you're interested in maybe, say, solidifying it, expanding it. Maybe it's become a little bit blah, blah. Maybe the spark is gone. Maybe it could be that you feel that you've put so much into this, but now it almost feels like, all that effort was wasted. This message lets you know that you've got time. And so if you are feeling very rushed at the moment, you maybe feel rushed to make a decision, you feel rushed to make a choice, I have to tell them, but this is more a feeling of maybe trying to feel that you have to pull back. So if you've got that feeling of I need to pull back, sorry, I need to, not say, for example, just hang around here and see what's going to happen. Let me honor myself, let me step away, just hold in a moment. I'm obviously not encouraging you that to do things that doesn't, honor your greatest good. But what I'm saying is just be careful of taking decisions here, of being impulsive when it comes, to taking decisions that you might actually regret afterwards. And even, Aries, even if it's a space where you would maybe like to tell somebody how you feel, like you'd like to share your actual feelings with them and how it is that you're feeling about them, nothing wrong with that. But be careful to not say, want to jump and let somebody else know how you feel, to secure how they feel, because you're scared they're going to slip away, whilst you're still busy dealing with maybe some unresolved business that you have. If this connection is meant to be, then in divine timing, it will come to pass as it should be. All right, so take a nice deep breather and, just be kind to yourself. All right, what does it say at the back? It says that ever wonder what would make life's fleeting pain and sorrow totally and unquestionably worth it? How about living forever, wildly in love and loved wildly? You have so much to look forward to the universe. And this is a reminder that, the person that you're dealing with, and if this is the person that you are destined to be with, if this is your twin flame, if this is the person that is going, to sort of like, let's call it fill that missing part, fill that void. And it doesn't mean that you come from a point of lack, but in the same token, the simple truth of the reality is that everybody appreciates love. So this is just really, if you're coming from that point where, you might feel again that time is running out, if a connection is destined to be, it is destined to be, and when we sometimes try to rush things, we actually crush something that could have been potentially really, really beautiful. All right. And if there is a situation that you are in at the moment, we're going to look at the rest of your reading. But just because before I forget, because sometimes I do. So the special that I'm running at the moment is, it's a 30 minutes reading. It's going to be in this sort of format. I'm going to record a video for you. I will send you a private link. So you can look at that video as often as you need to, check back in, make sure you didn't miss anything. Because sometimes we have a one-on-one and you're very much in the moment and you get a lot of information coming through and you might miss things sometimes inside of the moment. Whereas obviously we have a video, it's private, it's just yours. You can visit it, revisit it, check, cross-check as many times as you need to. That's a 30 minutes reading. It's $25. It's 370 rands for my South African people. Same price, just for a different currency. All the, information in how to book is down below in the description. Now, obviously, remember that there will be a lot of response to this, to the special offer. So please bear in mind, I will do it to the best of my ability, and I will do it in a chronological order. So first come, first serve. Okay. Looking at your current space, or this is you basically right now in this current moment, you've got the uncharted sea. All right. So this Aries is a sorry, this is a quest for you to move on. You may have settled into a space that has become comfortable for you. We're going to clarify that right now. Don't worry, we're going to clarify it with all the others. You might have settled into a space that has become comfortable for you, or let's, I don't even want to call it comfortable, because let's rather call it familiar, because this is one of those spaces in life where we get into sometimes where, everything is not 100% the way that you would like it to be, but this is more almost sort of like, better the devil that you know. So this is what you know, this is what you understand, this is what is familiar, and you may say that, yes, I'm open to new things, but the question is, are you really? You know what I'm saying? Because here's the call here for you to sort of like, put your toe sort of like in the water, to sort of like be open to a different experience, to be open to a new experience, Aries. So the question right now is there maybe a situation, a connection with another person that you know that it's there, you can feel that it's there. Yes, there are challenges, but, um, are you saying that, I don't know if I want to do that right now, or I want to do it, but I don't know how safe it feels. It feels a little bit rocky. I don't know if I have the confidence to go ahead and do that, or the patience, or whatever, sort of like, reason it is that we use sometimes to keep ourselves out of the loop that we would actually like to initially be in. Okay. Let's look at your challenges. Awakening genius. So either you or the person that you're dealing with, or both of you, there's quite a beautiful spiritual awakening that's happening over here. This is a space where, with the many, many lifetimes that you lived, and obviously past lifetimes is something very fascinating to me because I'm a regression hypnosis practitioner. And let me tell you, few things in this world will change your life like regression hypnosis. It is absolutely, absolutely astounding. Okay, but there's this awakening that's taking place over here for you at the moment, Aries, and this is the challenge. And I feel this could be with you, but I also feel that it might be with the other person. So you might be dealing with someone at the moment that it feels, or like the evidence suggests, or what suggests that the last thing in the world they've got time for right now is a relationship, is to be with you. But I also feel that you're not coming from full knowledge over here. All right. We're definitely going to look into that. And then let's look at the person that you are dealing with shining through. The person that you are dealing with is very focused, I feel, on their success. The person that you are dealing with has had a lot of experience in life. And, it could be in romance as well, but this is a person that has had a lot of experience in life. And this is a person that I would say where they are at this particular point in time, they sort of paid their debts. And when I say pay their debts, it means that they have had a lot of experiences in life so far. They may have faced a lot of challenges in life so far, and they're sort of in that space where it's they're almost like a miracle on the precipice of happening, and you may know this and they may know this, where they sort of like at this point where their life might just become really, really big and really, really beautiful, maybe shine in their career. But I feel that for some of you, there's a concern there that either you don't measure up to them, or maybe there won't be space for you in their lives. I don't really feel that if you give this person a chance that they might actually agree with what it is that you are saying. So once again, it comes back to that feeling where there might be some assumption here on your part. But just because there's assumption doesn't really mean that it's actually true. All right. So let's look at this. You've got time first. We're going to clarify that for you first of all. And we've got the Hierophant and we've got the Nine of Inspiration. All right. So the Hierophant is, sometimes when you're almost like shown that sort of path, and I want to point you towards the sort of circles that's taking place over here. And then I want to also show you in this particular card as well, there's almost like a circle around you. This is a sacred connection that you are having over here. Okay. This person that you are dealing with, and let me put it to you like this. If there's more than one person in this situation right now, what I would do if I were you is I would ask myself is, who is the person that almost comes into my life with less complication? It doesn't mean that there isn't problems, but I feel that you're sort of like in a process of elimination over here. And it's almost like sort of like judging everybody on the same scale, to be fair. But I don't really feel that that's the best way to go about things over here, because I feel that it's almost like you are justifying or not really justifying, coming to terms with being with a certain person, or that you'd like to be with a person, but there might be some past connections there still. I don't necessarily feel from their side, it might be more from your side, but I also feel that you're not that familiar with what's actually happening in their past when it comes to romance and love. So you may have understanding of what's going on in their life at the moment, and understanding of what's happening with them romantically at the moment. And just because you have that understanding, with all due respect, Aries, doesn't actually necessarily make it true. You might be completely missing the spot over here when it comes to the truth and authenticity of the availability of this person that you are dealing with. Okay, because here with the Hierophant also, this is almost a space of someone. I won't say that they are waiting for you. I really definitely won't say that. But what I would say is that you're dealing with someone that says, you know what, I see you vibing over there, I'm vibing over here. Would you sort of like to vibe with me? All right. But with this little character at the back over here, some of you are still concerned maybe about a past person coming back, a past ex coming back. Are they over the ex? Whereas I feel that they may still maybe be vaguely aware of the ex at the back there, like knowing that the person exists and maybe knowing when their birthday is and that sort of thing. But I feel that this ex person that your person is, according to you dealing with, or that you feel that you may be concerned about the presence, I feel that that person's a lot less on your person's mind than what may be on your mind. Okay. And the question here sometimes is, when we focus so much on logical reasons why we shouldn't commit to someone, the question is often, is it actually a way of withholding from yourself the connection because you are actually afraid, you are nervous, you're concerned about things not working out? What if I make a fool of myself? What if my heart gets broken? That's normally where this sort of connection's coming in. Okay. Because here with the nine of inspiration, you are dealing, or let's rather say that you yourself, you are very ready for this connection. You are very ready to be with this person. You are, I think it might shock others how ready you are to commit here to someone. Maybe if you're not seeing anybody at the moment, you can look at that new love reading that's going to come out after this set is done. So obviously yours is first, and then I have to go through all the 11 other zodiac signs as well, along with personal readings. And I've got a regression hypnosis session tomorrow. But I always do what I do to the best of my ability for you, but I'm only ever going to do it from a point of love and when I'm able to give you my absolute best. But you are ready here. I mean, you are ready, and you might actually be fantasizing about this person, and when I say fantasizing, I mean silly stuff, chasing each other around with, say, maybe like a water spray or something like that, silly little things. I also feel that this person sort of like awakens something inside of you that might not have been awakened within you for a very long time, so let's say maybe you bake some cookies or whatever the case may be, obviously not a gender specific reason, reading, that maybe you'd be very sort of proper. Usually you like things to be in a nice certain sequence, in a nice certain order. But when you maybe do it with this person, you might find yourself doing things that you would never in your entire life ever do, maybe having a flower fight, laughing so much, dancing, accidentally burning those cookies, turning it into something else. Maybe you start with the cookies and then you actually turn up having like a pudding or something because you have to scrape the burning sides off. This is the sort of person that you are dealing with. You're actually dealing with someone that that will allow you to be that Aries essence of who you are, that needs to enjoy life, that needs to sort of play and immerse and feel free, and just sort of like dance with the fairies, because there is a requirement in your energy, and this is what's actually being offered to you. But I do feel there's some fear, because for some of you, not necessarily all of you, there may have been that you wholly connected your heart to someone before, like completely, and it's almost like that person, but kind of like put your heart in a blender and just put it like on high, and maybe added some kale to it just to make it, say, oh no, but it's a healthy shake, So I feel that for some of you, even though you might be over that connection of the past, and you're very much into this new connection, there is still that hesitation, there is still that fear, and I feel that for some of you, this is even a saying of like, well, that's not really my person, because that's not really my type, that's not really the kind of person that I'm going for usually. But then the question is, the person that you're usually going for, how did things work out for you over there? Maybe those were just lessons, and it's actually quite amazing. I obviously speak to a lot of people, and I just love talking to people in any case. And what is so amazing, what I normally find, it is often, the couples that are happy, the ones that are finally getting married and those sort of things, they would usually say that this person was never my type. This is not the kind of person that I would normally go for. Okay. So just bear that in mind. Now, looking at you at the moment, looking at your current situation at the moment here with uncharted seas, where we were speaking about maybe, time to move on, so there's north, but maybe north has shifted a little bit. Maybe time to shift your view a little bit, Also there with the numbers 46. 4 plus 6 equals 10. So 4 is about stability, and 6 in tarot is a number of love. You turn 6 around, it becomes number 9, which is prosperity. And then 4 plus 9 is 13, which is the death card energy in traditional tarot, which is the end of difficult cycles and the start of new beginnings. That's really what the death card's about. It's about transformation, it's about rebirth. There's treasure over here, and it's like you can feel it, and you're excited about it, but at the same time, you're a little concerned about it. I do feel, Aries, that there's that sort of thing in you at the moment, that burning, pushing with you in the moment, where you almost in that space where you can just go to this person and just tell them how you feel, and almost like hope for the best, and your stomach maybe even doing like little cramps the way that you are nervous about it. But even there with those numbers, 4 plus 6 equals 10. 10 is a cycle of completion. It's an ending, it's a new beginning. Okay, a beautiful new beginning. It's a season of growth, but you are invited to take a chance over here. Okay, what do we have for clarifiers? We've got the Three of Materials in reverse, which is the Three of Pentacles, and then we've got the Ace of Emotions, Divine Intervention. So you may have had a very set way of how you wanted to do things, because this is a new beginning a little bit in reverse. All right. So I feel that you had a almost like an idea in your mind, like a sequence in your mind for how things must work out, how they should unfold. But remember that beautiful as life isn't really on a script. This isn't a fairy tale. This is not a romantic comedy that it has to go this way and has to go that and has to go that way. And again, the question is here, are you actually holding yourself back because you're saying, well, it's not going that way, so it must not be fated and destined to be, because if it's not going to go that way, then I'm pretty sure it's not meant for me. However, yeah, with the Ace of Emotions, which is this is about wands and emotions. It's also that sort of Aries energy. It's that fire energy, because remember, emotions are it's the feelings inside of us. It's the essence inside of us, that sort of makes us who we are. And there's a divine intervention here taking place. I feel that your heart is just breaking open, and I wouldn't fight against this connection if I were you, because it's all fine and well to listen to logic and to look at, okay, but they're far away, or maybe they're at the beginning of their career, or maybe there's financial concerns, or whatever it may be, really. But I feel that there's a space there where you are at the moment, where you're looking at many reasons for why things can't work out and shouldn't work out, and etc., etc., etc. But then close your eyes for a moment and just listen to the whispers of your heart. All right. Obviously, only close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. But what is your heart telling you? What is your heart telling you when you think about this person? Past all the logic and past all the sort of things, what's right on paper and what isn't right on paper, etc., etc. What is your heart telling you? What is your soul whispering to you? When are you thinking about this person? Most honestly, in the middle of the night, in the middle of your busy day, when you have that space, when you want to say maybe unload, or you feel overwhelmed, or you feel hurt, or you feel anything like that, are you thinking about this person? Do you hope that you could actually share this with them? Or, maybe thinking like, oh my goodness, look at what I'm doing. Do I want them to see this about me, etc., etc., etc.? How present are they on your mind when the emotions are pushing? Because that is usually when we think about the person that we'd like to be with. All right. So when are you thinking about them, and how are you thinking about them when you want somebody close by? When you are prepared to let down those barriers, Aries, that you can sometimes be so hesitant to let down, is this the person that you would actually, hoping that you could actually let it down with, hoping that they won't judge you for that? Because I feel that this is the person that you are dealing with. Okay, they're not going to judge you. All right. If you're dealing with someone that maybe you share your feelings and they do what you feel is make fun of it, try to remember that we don't always come from the same point in life. and the way that you see things and the way that others see things is not always the same. So maybe try to speak to them about it. All right. It might not save the current, say, connection that you have if you're with them at the moment, you've got a relationship with them, but it could help you to maybe then come to the realization, and this could be very hard for some of you, but it could help you come to the realization and the acceptance that it might be time to go your separate ways peacefully. Okay. Let's look at the challenge over here, the lessons, and obviously remember, oh my goodness, there another person is booking regression hypnosis. Yay! I'm so excited. I love doing regression hypnosis because your life just changes. It's so beautiful. So challenges here at the moment, beautiful rainbow energy coming out over here at the moment. I feel that you're in a space of spiritual awakening, ascension, and this could fold out unfold in many ways. So maybe with your job, with your career, with your studies, with your friends, with your home, with your problems, with your car, with your health. There might be a lot of things that are starting to look more towards the upside for you all of a sudden, and you may say, well, I don't really have time for love right now, or for all the sort of 20 questions right now. But let's think about it. If things were challenging and they're starting to become better and they're unfolding better and they're sort of like just kind of going in a positive direction, almost like on a will of their own, maybe there's a higher power that's involved in here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a higher power involved here. All right. Because I think when we think about spiritual awakening, yes, there's certain signs, but I think a lot of times we feel that, we have to see sort of like the sparkly lights, and we have to see this and we have to see that. It has to be like that, it has to be like that. But Aries and every single other person on this planet, there's almost 8 billion people on this planet. You know, you are different, you are unique, and life unfolds in a way that is unique to your divine beauty. All right, remember that. Also remember that when you look at these readings, when you look at zodiac predictions, and that is why I said, if you want to look at things, also look at your moon, also look at your Venus, maybe look at your rising, which is your ascending, which is how you start new things. Maybe you want to start something new and you're confused on how to do that, or you feel overwhelmed. Look at those placements, because those placements help us understand who we are. It gives us a better idea of who we are, as opposed to seeing ourselves as, just in one of 12 categories, which is the zodiac houses. You are so much more than just a zodiac house. Please remember that. Okay. Clarifying that, we've got the Six of Inspiration, so more sixes, and Six of Inspiration is the Six of Wands. This is victory, this is success, this is joy, this is happiness, this is placement of wonderful things. And then you also have the Temperance energy there, which is about balance. So for some of you, I feel that one of the biggest challenges and concerns that you might have over there is it might not be that you don't want to be with this person, you don't want to maybe share a home space with them or time with them or whatever, but I feel that there's a concern here about things overlapping, their life with your life, their agenda or schedule with your agenda and schedule. There's concerns here maybe about friends, about family, and I feel from both sides. But again, I feel that you're dealing with somebody here that they sort of get you better than you might realize that they're getting you. I feel that you're making it work, because I feel what's happening over here, you're coming from a point of wholeness and you connecting with a person who's also coming from a point of wholeness. So you're not trying to fill each other's cups. This is that space where both your cups are very much filled already, and that doesn't mean that you don't have any problems or concerns or nothing, because we all do. And this is something that I always try to explain to people as well, especially to my psychic development, students, is that you're always going to have concerns in life. Spirituality, conscious living, what I call conscious living, it gives you different coping mechanisms really for your problems, but it also gets you to understand your patterns and to become proactive with life. So when that problem is starting or trying to come towards you, you're like, we're not going to play this game. Nope, 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 Okay. What is that song? I'm trying to think it. Don't stop. Nobody's gonna be here. And I feel something hitting my life. Deborah Cox. I think so. Or was it Tamara? I can't remember. My heart says no, no. Nobody's supposed to be here. I think it was Deborah Cox. But yeah, there's an equal balance space here that's happening for you at the moment. So I feel that for many of you, one of the biggest challenges and one of the biggest concerns is about time. It's about maybe your independence. Maybe you're also busy building your career, building your life. And I feel that there's a concern here that not so much that you don't want to be with this person, but what if it's to your detriment and to their detriment, and at the end of the day, everybody loses, and then, it's a big whole horrible thing. One breath, just one breath, right now, and know that there's time to work things out. There's time to work out the details. Just because you let somebody know how you feel doesn't mean that you have to go down to the magistrate court right now and go and get married. In actual fact, I've never been married. In actual fact, funny story. My ID, which is obviously like your identification card, which are booklets back in the day here in South Africa, many many years ago in Cape Town. My bag got stolen, and I took forever to go and get the replacement. And when I went to go get the replacement, I was actually informed that I'm married to a Zimbabwean lady, and that I've got two kids that I was in the process of adopting. And I was like, oh, hell no. So in a sense, I actually have been married before. I just never met my wife. Interesting little story. I've got all these funny things that sometimes happen to me. So the outcome for your situation and the person that you are dealing with. Here's the thing, you are dealing with someone who actually wants to be with you, Aries, but I feel that for you, for many of you, there could be the idea that that maybe they don't want to be with you. You look at their sort of like schedule and their life, and you feel that they're very, very busy. Again, remember, assumptions doesn't make it fact. All right. You might not know how that person might be, ready to accommodate things in your ways. Just because you see it a certain way doesn't mean there can't be that compromise and working together, because effectively that is really what, relationships is all about. I feel that you're with someone that's very ready, very, very, very ready to be with you, but this is also a person that I feel has reached a certain level of, let's call it enlightenment, which is just a certain level of living and being, where they're very open to being with you, but they can also accept if it's not going to happen. So if you approach them, they might be open to the idea, but if you don't approach them, they would also peacefully let go. Okay? Nine of materials, Nine of Pentacles. When it comes to money, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to faith in life, when it comes to second chances, giving yourself another chance, giving life another chance, this person's really good for you. They're very good for your state of mind. They're good for your frame of mind, basically. Okay. And page of voices, which is the page of swords. So here's the question. So you're looking at many, 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 many reasons why things might not work out. There's this excuse, that reason, that reason, that reason, that reason, this. And I feel that in many ways, your person is looking at you, and maybe the reason why they're not really, saying anything or approaching anything for you is because to them it seems like, well, they just seem a little bit too busy for me, And I feel, again, that you're dealing with someone that they're not going to kind of go and push themselves on you. So they're going to be like, well, they seem a little bit too busy. Whilst you might be over here saying, well, I might be open to that. If you don't let them know, how could they possibly know? All right. Now, let's look at a general message for you. Eight of Swords in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay? Eight of Swords in reverse. There's only really one way to say this for you, to you, Aries. The only limitation to this connection is you. If you are looking to see why is it not working out, why is the timing always off, I want to tell them, but then I can't, and then something happens. Remember that if you have that fear within your mind that things are not going to work out, and you're going to suppress this connection, you're going to be like, I'm not going to go there, because if I go there, what can happen? So maybe I should be careful. Maybe it's better to be alone. It's not ideally what I want to have, but maybe that might be better, because if I'm alone for the rest of my life, then, at least I know what I got. if you're coming from that point, that is what you're going to manifest. You're going to constantly manifest problems. Okay. For some of you here with the Four of Wands, I feel that you might still have in your mind that idea of, and it's interesting for me because this deck was not in reverse. And I obviously clarified and went through all the cards as I always do before every reading. None of these cards were in reverse, so, but they just sort of fell out and they fell out in reverse. Some of you are concerned, what if I say something to them and then, it might be that we have to get married and then we have to get together and we have to move in together and we have to build a life together and we have to share our life policies together. And easy, Tiger. Easy, easy, easy. One step at a time. Okay? Seven of Swords in reverse. The worst is behind you. When it comes to form the sort of like the formative process of this connection, you might be dealing here with somebody that's not 100% new to you, or it could be a very repeating situation, but for most of you, I feel that you're dealing with someone that's not 100% a new connection. Remember, as you have changed and you have grown, the other person has also changed and the other person has also grown. Okay, so all in all, just to wrap this up for you, Aries, this is a space where I feel that there is a bit of feeling stuck in this connection. The person that you're dealing with, either in your past or in their past, there might maybe be still some connections to to their previous connection to the ex. But what I do also sense, now this might not be true for all of you, so please take it as it resonates, but what I do feel predominantly in this reading is that there's a sense of fear from your side, and there's a sense of operating from that fear and also justifying that fear in a sense that you're saying, no, but this is the best thing to do for both of us. Maybe feeling like drawing away from that person or have drawn away from that person, believing that your presence is toxic to them, so your absence is going to serve them better. Whereas I feel on their side, they might have an sort of like an inkling of what's happening in your life, sort of like an understanding what's happening in your life, but they're also respecting your boundaries, so they're not overstepping those boundaries, which is all fair and well. But the question is, do you really want to have someone slip away from you because you might come from that point of uncertainty and maybe miss the most beautiful connection of your life, which is your own divine connection in any case. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. I hope that helps. Remember, after this, all these are done, I'm gonna bring out your new love readings, and then we're gonna get a twin flame connections. I also want to do some Akashic soul records just to see, from your Akashic records what is in there. But this is what I have for you. If it resonates with you, please like the video. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and if you wanna, take advantage of that beautiful special that I'm putting out, $25, 370 rands for a 30-minute reading with a video that you get a private link to, you can watch again and again and again. Please go down to the description. It's all over there. From my heart, namaste, love and light. Bye, beautiful Aries.